Okay. This thing doesn't fall. So this is gonna be my trial one of trying to do that hairstyle you wanted me to do. So I set my hair pretty similar to the diagram that I drew for you, where I had 3 rows of stand-up curls pulled up this way, away from the forehead, and then 1 row on either side of each going away from the part. And then just around the head I just did some simple just lie flat pin curls. So this is what it looks like immediately after I've taken it out of clips, and we're gonna see how this goes and hopes that this goes swimmingly. So what I do first is I just go ahead and brush out the sides more or less, and then this is a good way to figure out what my technique is actually. So you sort of take some hair together, and when you brush it against the side of your hand, and then you get that nice like curly like ringlet that you saw pretty much in the photo. So I'm just going to do that all the way around my head just very quickly. Doesn't take too long, luckily. Yeah, it makes kind of a frizzier curl. So if you wanted it to be more defined, just do it, yeah, with a curling iron and make a straight curl. Just gonna pull this out of the way for a sec while I just do the underneath hair. And there we go, that's the easiest part. Now for the slightly more difficult part. So I'm going to start off by taking this bit, top section, and brushing the curls together. And you sort of see already that if I was to push it, it sort of already has that wave. So that's sort of what we're going to try and keep in when we finish it. So I'm just going to do that a couple of different places. Have another chunk here. It's hard to see through all this hair, what can I say? And I'm just going to preliminarily brush this together. So you can see right now it sort of has almost a 60s sort of curl look to it. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a little bit of finger waving to get it to stay in shape. And I'm just going to get it to hold in shape by bobby pins and hairspray. So actually I'm just going to quickly grab this, some handy bobby pins and some duckbill clips, which are going to be pretty helpful. So actually I'm just going to start off by doing the top bit that's very stand-uppy. And I think what I'm going to do for that, just to make sure that it stands up, and you'll probably want it if you're doing dancing and things, so I'm just going to back comb it just very lightly. And that's just going to help it retain its shape. I'm going to take some hairspray, spray at the roots. Wait for it to dry. There we are. And I'm going to deal with that later, just as it dries. And I'm just going to go into like talking about finger wave curling. So really all you're doing is you're just making the curls work with your fingers, and you hold the curls with your fingers, and I use duckbill clips to get it into the correct shape. So the first wave you do from the part, it always goes back. So what you do is you brush all your hair back as far as it'll go, and then you sort of put a finger in there, and then you brush all of it forward, and you can already see it starting to take the shape of what I have done to it. All the way forward. And then again all the way back. And you see it's sort of starting to again take the shape. Because it's already curled and that makes life a lot easier. And so that's really just the basics to doing a finger wave. And now we're going to try it on this part, and we're going to see how this goes. And hopefully I won't need to do another take of this, because I'll be kind of sad, because it takes a while for things like this to set. So I'm actually just going to clip this out of the way, because it looks like it's the sort of piece that stands out. And we're just going to quickly finger wave this bit. So again, you start from the part going backwards, and then you hold it with your finger, you see, and then you brush it all the way forwards, and you take another clip like so, just to make sure things are staying correct. Brush all the way forward. There we are. This is a little bit awkward because I am right-handed, so it feels really strange, but you just sort of deal. And I'm just going to hold this one with a couple of bobby pins, because I did not grab the necessary materials before I started filming, and here we are. Wait for the hairspray. And now we're going to take this part down. And it looks a little bit funky. Can you get it to work? So yeah, it looks like this part straight from the cart. Also, yeah, you're gonna get this sort of crunchy sound coming from your hair, and you're gonna panic. Just be gentle as you can, and hopefully it won't be too bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to quickly sort of pin it here, so we keep the height that we want. And just in a couple of places, I suppose. And then I'm going to brush it carefully all together. So you see? And this is going to be the tricky part. I'm going to actually try hairspraying it all into one sort of more malleable piece. So we've already got this part going, so we can brush it all the way forward. Steal one of these other hair clips, because the hairspray is probably set. Answer, yes it has. Keep it there. Not working quite how I was hoping, but I might have to finish after this video's over and tell you how I did it. So I'm sort of trying to do this photo from memory, so I was not wise and did not keep a copy with me. So I'm just sort of putting the hair back into its ringlets. Yeah, it's something close, for sure. Yeah, I might just be fiddling a little bit, and I'll tell you my alterations on it a bit later. This is a little bit funky. Just the tiniest bit. It is very, very close though. Anyways. Wait for it to set. You can sort of see the finger wave, sort of S shape that I have going on. You want to try and keep that all the way through your hair. It's hard, is all I can say. Practice if you have time. I know you're going into tech week, so it's sort of you're looking for a quick fix. But it is something that you will need to practice a couple of times. Especially finger waves, because you have to get used to sort of holding your hair securely to your scalp while you're brushing it in the opposite direction. Yeah, so I'm just take out these clips and see how we have fared so far. Yep, again, we're very, very close. Might actually just release some of this here. See how that helps. Just trying to get the blend right as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish after this, and I'll send you pictures, and I'll let you know what I did differently. But that's essentially what it is. Just when your finger, and the finger waving technique is really the important part, is you brush all the way back from the part, and you put your finger down, then you brush all the way forward, and then after you do that, I always put the clip in, because I'm lazy, and then after you brush all the way forward, you put your finger down, and you put another clip in, and then from there, actually, you would try and brush it back as much as you can. And try and put a clip in there as well. Like that. So it's really the technique you need to work on a little bit. And even if you can just work on it with dry hair and just get the S shape working, I do that. And definitely when you're doing your wet set, don't use gel. I know you did that last time, and I think I was unclear on my directions, so that's probably more of my fault. The set that I've done is just water. It's just water, and it works really, really well. I put it in last night at about 2 or so in the morning, and then I just took it out now at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's an overnight thing is what I do, but again, you can do it with hot rollers faster. You can do it with the curling iron faster. Just make sure that you're using the proper styling products. But I just find that a wet set holds nicer when you're brushing it out. So yeah, I guess I'll see you later, and hopefully this is helpful. So let me know if you have questions.